If you missed the first part of today's second date, Alex is on the phone, and Alex wants to call a girl named Madeline. They went to a carnival together, said they had a fun time. He even won her a small little teddy bear after I think he spent over $1,000 on games. He spent a lot of money trying to win her a prize. He finally won her a prize. They actually kissed when they were on the Ferris wheel, and then later when they were leaving and saying goodbye, she just gave him a hug and wouldn't kiss him again. So he's wondering if something happened between the Ferris wheel and her going home. And something I completely forgot to bring up in the first part, Alex, is you also said that she's a big fan of state capitals.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Correct.
Maybe she was just not impressed with your state capital knowledge, and that's why she's not calling back. Like, it's probably Bismarck. Is it North Dakota, South Dakota? Who knows? I think you got Bismarcked is what happened.
You got Bismarck?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It happens to a lot of people.
That's low.
I don't know, man. I think I was doing pretty good on my state capitals. I mean, I even got Mount-Pelier, so...
Oh, that's a hard one.
Is that even America?
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's Vermont.
Is that a state?
Oh, gosh.
This is, okay, my head's about to explode. We should just call her.
Yeah.
I really hope this works out for you. I'm actually rooting for you on this one because it sounds like you really felt like this girl was special.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine.
It must have been something that happened at the carnival, like, I don't know. I mean, it must have just been some stupid thing that I wasn't even aware of. And I just feel like if we can get on the same page, it'll totally be fine.
Okay, well, we'll see if we can make that happen for you. I'm going to dial her phone number right now. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is this Madeline?
Yes, it is.
Hey, what's up, Madeline? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning? I know it's a weird name. Have you ever heard this?
Sorry.
It's
No, I don't know it.
It's a radio show.
Oh, a radio show.
Mm-hmm. I'm calling you today, Madeline, because one of our listeners actually emailed us about you.
About me?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Or why?
Well, because you recently went on a date with them, but now you're not calling them back. So have you been on a lot of dates in the last few weeks?
I've just been on one.
And was that with somebody named Alex?
Yeah.
To the carnival?
How do you know that?
Because Alex is the dude that wants us to call you.
Why?
Because he really liked you. He thought you were really cool and smart and funny and beautiful. And now he's not getting a call back.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
It is? Okay. Well,
I just didn't see the point because I don't think that we have a future together.
from the way he described your date, everything was great.
Yeah, he said that the energy between you two is awesome.
He's a great guy. I just, I'm looking for something that's more long-term, and I just didn't see a future with him.
Well, how can you judge that based off of one date at the carnival?
I don't know. I just know. How long do you need to know somebody before you know if you do or don't want to spend your life with them? I mean,
1 minute.
That's
I can
quick.
tell. It just takes
That
me 1
is
minute.
really
Yeah.
quick.
See?
But I'm a very good judge, just because I don't want to be around anybody for my whole life.
Oh my God. Was it the kiss? Because he said you guys kissed on the Ferris wheel. Was it a bad kiss?
no, the kiss was fine. It was a little wet, but, it could have been me. Who knows?
So what was it?
Well, I don't know. It's just kind of personal. I don't know if I should say it.
It's personal.
You guys probably won't understand. I just don't feel like I should say it.
Really?
Well, he really wants to know because he liked you a lot.
Well, it's just the thing with me. I'm looking for, a long-term relationship. I'm looking for the one. I want to get married. And there's just certain factors that I need from
Okay.
a man.
Is he short, too tall, too ugly? Sometimes I meet people and they're too ugly to date.
Yeah. But maybe
Is
it's
that?
or is it something bigger? Like he doesn't want kids and you want kids, or
No, he definitely wants kids. I asked him. That's kind of the problem.
oh,
The problem is he wants kids and you don't?
I just really want to have a nice, beautiful family and cute kids. And I think that a lot goes into who you pick as a mate in order to, ensure that your children are going to be beautiful babies. And there was this,
so he's gonna produce ugly children. That's what it sounds like to me. You're like his genes are not up to par.
well, that's kind of the problem.
Oh.
His genetically, he doesn't work for you?
Kind of. There's these things at the carnival where you can actually go into a photo booth and it matches you both together to show what your children would look like.
That's funny.
I know you're laughing, but it's actually fairly accurate. They have them now to where they're like 90% accurate.
Really?
What?
And yeah, and when we did that, Alex and I, it wasn't a good result.
No.
Wait, so come on, that's like a fake carnival thing. It
Yes.
isn't actually what your kids are gonna look like.
But it's pretty reliable.
No,
the computer effects are very reliable. Think what you want, but
it's not.
I believe it's very, very accurate.
I promise. I have 2 babies with a man, and they turned out nothing like we expected them to look like.
But you probably didn't do the computer thing at the carnival either.
No, but I bet that they'd be pretty ugly if we did, and they're beautiful children. Like, you can't base something off of some weird carny game.
I don't want to take that chance with Alex.
Okay,
Oh,
so the reason you don't want to go out with him again is because you took a picture at the carnival that meshed both your faces together to show what your kids would possibly look like, and you think the baby was ugly.
Well, I think we both thought it was pretty ugly.
Oh, my God. You can't.
Well, why don't we ask him?
Hold up.
Madeline, because Alex is actually on the other line and wants to talk to you.
What?
Madeline, are you kidding me? That's your legitimate reason for not wanting to go out with me again.
Alex, I had no idea you were on the other line. I'm really sorry for embarrassing you. That's the truth. And we both agreed.
It's not embarrassing for me. This is embarrassing for you. This is your reason? Those things are garbage. It had some of my stubble on the baby.
Yeah.
You think our baby's going to be born with like 5 o'clock shadow?
Well, no, of course not. But it still gives us some insight of possibly having an ugly baby.
No.
What?
I've done research on this, and like I said, these photo booths are very accurate these days. They're like 90% accurate.
Come on.
10 years ago, it wasn't the same. But now they're very reliable, and there's a good chance that our baby's going to be ugly, and I just don't want to risk it.
That's just putting the horse before the cart. We've only been on one date, and we're already talking about whether or not our baby may or may not be ugly.
I don't feel like wasting time. Like, why start a relationship with somebody where you already know off the bat that there's a good chance the child's going to be ugly? And I want a long-term relationship. I'm looking for a husband. I want to get married.
There's always a chance your baby's going to be ugly.
And Madeline, how could you even say, they're 50% your genes. What if you're the one that's contributing the ugly genes? Then you're always going to have an ugly kid. It doesn't matter. When your baby is born, that thing can be literally look like a fish, and you will think it's the most beautiful thing ever. It's just how nature works. You love your own kids. You're supposed to anyway.
Yeah, not everybody does.
But that's the idea, right, Madeline? And if you're going for just looks, even for your children, I just don't feel like that's very smart.
Well, I just think it's very important to give your baby the best future possible. And I want to have an attractive baby.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
And I hear what you're saying about 50% me. That's true. But let me tell you, my ex-boyfriend and I did the same machine, and we actually had a very cute baby come out in the photo.
Okay, so it's just how you guys mesh together, and you don't feel like you and Alex would make a good-looking baby because of the carnival picture that you took.
Yes, and it made me realize that sometimes you don't know what you have until it's gone. So I actually started texting my ex again this week.
Oh, my gosh.
And it looks like we're going to hang out and see
Oh my gosh,
if we
Alex.
should try again.
What are you talking about? This is absolute insanity. I cannot believe you are giving a machine, a carnival machine, any sort of validity on how you run your life. I mean, this is just. Am I crazy for thinking this is crazy?
Maybe, yeah, a little bit, Alex. I think you're being a little bit crazy about this.
Alex, I am totally on your side right now. This is lunacy.
You can think it's crazy all you want, but I have certain things that I want in my life. I know what I want. And if things go well with my ex, then who knows? I feel like we could really have a better shot of producing a beautiful child than Alex and I.
Okay. Well, sounds like you guys are getting along great. So, Madeline, would you like to go on a second date with Alex? We will pay for it.
I don't think it's a good idea.
Oh my gosh. Alex, are you disappointed in that?
At this point, not at all.
Alex, I'm sorry if this whole thing hurts your feelings. I mean, you should definitely go back to the carnival and try with other women. You never know, but
Wow.
I have a feeling that all the results are going to be a little negative.
Oh!
All right.
Wow.
Well,
Well, Alex, you're going to have fugly babies. Sorry.
apparently.
Dang, bro.
Okay, yeah, sure, you're right. That's what I'll do. I'll just be lining up women to hopefully find the one time that I can maybe produce a beautiful baby. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
That's such a good visual.
the good news, Alex, is you get to spend more time at the carnival, and I think that's a highlight for you. So I'm considering this a successful second date.
Thanks a lot. See you at the carnival.
taking a date to the carnival. It's usually a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, cotton candy, some corn dogs, lots of bright lights. And there's also a 50% chance that if a ride malfunctions while you're on it, you could be on the news.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
cool, too.
Always fun.
Yep, and that's where Alex took the girl that he wants to call today for a second date. Apparently, they went to a carnival. What's up, Alex? How are you?
Hey, y'all. How's it going?
That sounds like a great idea, Alex. Are you a big fan of carnivals?
Who's not? Like, it's playing some games, riding some rides.
Lots of sweaty carnies.
Yeah.
Those guys are awesome.
It's the best part.
And just really sweaty people. There's a lot of sweat
Yeah, there
that
is.
happens at carnivals. And how'd you meet your date?
So, Madeline and I, we met on a dating app.
And what'd you like about her?
Well, I thought she was super cute. She has these really nice eyes, and messaging with her, she had like a really good sense of humor, and she's really into state capitals, which is like, super random.
State capitals.
Yeah, like she just mentioned it in her bio, and we were messaging. She was like, no, it's no joke. Like, I'm really good at knowing all the state capitals.
Wow.
And she likes to research why they're the capital in the first place. Yeah, I know.
That is interesting.
Right? Yeah.
Cool.
A couple of capitals have switched. They were one city, then they became a different city.
Exactly. And so, and I always felt like I was pretty good at knowing those in like the fourth grade or whatever.
When you had to.
It was a fun thing to talk about, not the usual sort of like, what do you do? What do you like?
Yeah, that's true. Usually people on dating profiles are like, I love to hike. That's what everybody says. I've never seen anybody like, I just really love state capitals.
Right, exactly. So I was like, this is cool. This is a unique, interesting person.
Right. And so how was it when you guys first met up?
I mean, like one funny thing, she looks like exactly like her pictures on her profile.
Oh, that's funny.
Which was really good, but she was also wearing the exact same outfit.
Oh, that must be her hot outfit then, her sexy outfit.
Yeah, I have that one outfit too, and I'm like, oh my God, I have it on in 3 photos. Dang it.
Right. So, I mean, like I mentioned it, and she was like, yeah, she basically said that. She's like, look, I look really good in this. Like, why would I not wear it?
Why not? Everybody should just have one outfit they wear all the time that is their favorite outfit. Never switch it up.
And it's not a bad idea off a dating app. Like, you know exactly who you're meeting then, right? You're like,
right.
oh wait, that's the girl with the blue shirt.
I would rather have that than show up and be like, who are you?
Yeah.
You know?
So how did everything go when you were out there at the carnival? Any weird moments or was it all good?
Well, so there's this one thing. I wanted to win her a prize, at one of the games. And I thought that'd be like romantic and fun. And so I thought they had ring toss. And I've won ring toss a couple times in my carnival going days. So it's like, I got this. This will be a great way to sort of like show off. Like I wanted to win her like a one of those ginormous stuffed animals.
Yeah, and every man wants to win a woman that, and no woman wants those.
I know
Like,
women
what
that
do
love
you,
it.
what do you do with them?
It's just a trophy so they can
Yeah.
walk around the fair, the
think-
carnival.
Yeah,
and
then you
show
have to
Keep it
off.
for
drag
the
it
day,
around.
and then you
Super
get rid
heavy.
of it. And then you get rid of it later. So did you win the big stuffed animal for her and impress her with your ring toss abilities?
Well, so I started playing, and I was just off my game. I don't know what it was, but I just could not win.
How much money did they
Oh.
suck out of you
Yeah.
as you were losing?
Well, do you want to know the first time or the second time I played?
Oh, they got you
one of those
good.
days.
They got me, yes, 100%. So, like, I'm spending a lot of time and money, and I'm just getting so frustrated because, like, I should be able to do this. It's so easy. Finally, she's like, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't care. Like, let's just go on some rides. So, like, okay, cool. Let's do it. So we take a break. We go on some rides. We're having fun. And then we're walking back past the ring toss, and I just have to. I have to win.
I know that feeling.
You're like
Anytime
an
I played
addict.
one of those games and I lose and then I pass by it again, I'm like, God, if I had just more cash on me right now, I would own you.
Oh, yeah. I definitely went back to the ATM, and I got more cash. And I was like,
No.
I'm doing this. I'm winning. And so finally, I kind of win. I win her like one of those really tiny, small stuffed bears after I'd spent, like 60 more bucks.
Oh my gosh.
So not worth it.
And how long was
Yeah.
she just standing there watching you play ring toss?
I mean, I wasn't keeping count, but I mean, at least a half an hour.
What?
Oh. So maybe you spent too long doing that, and that's why she's not calling you back. She's like,
I might have. It's entirely possible. But but she seemed super grateful for the bear. She was like, "Oh, this is so sweet."
She wasn't just grateful the whole thing was over? God,
I mean,
give the man a prize already.
Right, but I mean, she seemed into it. And then, we ended our night by like going on the Ferris wheel, and we kissed on the Ferris wheel, which was nice. Like, seemed like a good moment.
Yeah. What was that kiss like?
I mean, it was sweet. It was like
No, moisture-wise.
That's actually what I was looking for, a moisture level count.
Sloppy, water.
Well, we were both already really sweaty, so it was pretty moist.
Nice. Yeah.
So yeah, but then it's after that, Carnival's sort of like shutting down, sort of like leaving and saying goodbye for the evening, and so I go in for another kiss, and then she kind of like averted my kiss and just went for a hug.
Oh.
Which was weird, right? Because we'd already kissed.
Yeah. I mean, usually to me, if you kiss once and then she doesn't want to kiss you again, it means it wasn't very good for her the first time.
I was like, oh, great. I guess I'm not a good kisser. Or, I mean, I don't know. Now I'm just so in my head about it.
Did anything happen in between the Ferris wheel kiss and then you saying goodbye to her that would make you think she wouldn't want to kiss you again?
I mean, we played a couple more games and did another ride, but like nothing out of the ordinary.
Have you heard from her at all since your date?
I texted her, tried calling her, nothing.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Huh.
She was just like so cool and interesting, and I already feel like we have such a great connection, and it seems like such a good starting point. And so I just don't want to lose this one,
Okay. Well, we'll play a song, then come back and call her and get your second date, okay?
Right on. Thank you, guys.
All right, hang on. The stomach is the most romantic organ in the body. Because the old saying goes, the way to a man's heart is through the stomach. And apparently, the way to a woman's pants is through the stomach as well.
I guess it depends on what direction you're going.
Wesley is on the phone with us, and he has a signature move when he meets the ladies. Apparently, when he's out at the clubs or partying or whatever, he says that they should go back to his place because he makes a killer quesadilla. And the way he described them actually sounds pretty delicious.
Yeah, right?
Jubal actually was into it.
And apparently it worked with somebody named Christy, but now she's not calling him back. He also says that he dates a bunch. Like, he's constantly dating. He says he's got 2 girls that he's dating right now. And he was hanging out with Christy for a while. Then she sort of dropped off. He doesn't remember why. He tried to text her a little while ago because he saw her picture come up in his suggestions on Facebook, but she never texted him back. And that has not happened to Wesley before, ever in his life. Is that right, Wesley?
Oh, yeah.
And I have to ask you, Wesley, are you honest with these women about what your intentions are? Like, you'll tell Christy, I don't want a serious relationship. We just want to have some fun.
Brooke, you know what? I could tell that you don't like me.
No.
I can tell.
I think it's fine as long as you're honest with your intentions. I think it's fine to date around as long as you don't tell someone that you're looking for more or pretend like you're in a relationship with them.
I disagree. And you know what?
You disagree.
If you weren't as old as you are,
Wesley! Oh, you're coming for me like that, huh?
you would be into this if you were younger. You'd be totally into this kind of dating.
It does not have to do with age. I'm just asking if you're an honest person. That is an ageless thing, Wesley.
I'm pretty honest. I don't like to lead people on.
All right.
Okay,
Rude,
yeah.
though, because I'm in my 30s. Thank you very much. But whatever.
All right. Well, I will dial her phone number right now. Here we go.
Cool.
Hello,
Hi, is this Christy?
speaking.
Hey, Christy, how are you? This is Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Hey,
Hey,
what's up? Like, what's up?
not much. You listen to the show ever?
Yeah, I've heard it sometimes, but why are you calling?
Well, have you ever heard a second date before?
Is that the one where like people call in and then like they haven't heard from someone or something?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, and that's exactly why I'm calling.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, what?
Well, you went out with a dude a while back, and you're not returning any of his text messages or phone calls, so he emailed us to see if we could get you on the phone and find out why you're not getting back to him.
Are you sure that was me? Because honestly, I haven't gone out with any guys recently.
Yeah,
So-
I guess I shouldn't have said recently. I think it was actually a little while ago. I'll give you his name, and then you can tell me if you remember
Okay.
going out with him. His name is Wesley.
Uh,
The quesadilla
Okay.
guy. Do you remember the quesadilla guy?
Met at a party.
that guy.
Yes.
God. Oh my God.
Do you remember the guy that took you
Yeah,
home and
he's
made a
a douche.
quesadilla and you got
Yeah, he's a douche.
okay?
Oh, dude.
All right, so
Yeah. Big douche.
No, I don't know what's going on.
And you hung out with him a couple times, right?
Yeah, no, I did. Honestly, I'm kind of upset about it.
Really?
that you hung out with him for a while.
Yeah.
Did you get his text message from the other day? He said that he was thinking about you and then texted you to try to get together again.
God.
That's a yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
So wait, why do you regret hanging out with him? He hurt your feelings, or?
He's a jerk. Like, he's seriously such a jerk.
Whoa.
How?
I just, like, ugh. Like, what did he tell you about our interaction? Like, what did he tell you?
He said that you guys met at a party. You went back to his place for quesadilla. Really good quesadilla, I guess.
Yeah, no, it was good. I can't remember, like, what was in it. It was, like,
He said
Some sort of-
it's barbecue chicken that he uses.
Yeah, like
yeah, okay,
Yeah.
all right. Yeah. It was really good.
We can talk about dating him, or we can just turn this into like a food segment about quesadillas. I'm down with either, whichever you want to do, Christy.
He did say that you're very hot.
yes. And fun.
He actually can't even remember why you guys stopped talking.
Well, that's good. He didn't say anything about his birthday.
No,
No.
were you guys hanging out on his birthday?
We'd hung out a few times, and he's like a doofus, but he was charming.
Mm-hmm.
So we were like hanging out around the time of his birthday, and a couple days before, I decided that I liked him. I thought he was cool. So I made him this birthday card. I like made it by hand.
That's cute.
Yeah, I mean, I liked him. I wanted
Yeah.
him to know that I liked him. And when I gave it to him, he laughed and said, "Oh, whoa, you obviously care way more about me than I care about you."
Whoa. Wow, dude.
Ouch.
Oh.
So yeah, all that bad. And then he kissed me on the forehead.
Ooh,
ouch. Yeah, that sucks.
Oh.
That's not cool.
That's
Yeah.
like saying bless your heart,
Yeah.
but
Pat on the head.
Honestly, it was it was not great, but quite frankly, like, even though it was like harsh, he was being honest about
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
He even, like, we had a conversation afterward, and he was like, you know, I save my feelings, so you may want to save yours for somewhere else.
Whoa,
It was like
dude.
really harsh, but in a weird way, I had some respect for him because
Yeah.
he was at least being honest.
Yeah.
Totally.
Quite frankly, the fact that he's calling in now because he can't remember pisses me off.
Oh, does it? Do you want
Okay.
to talk to him?
What? No.
Well, he's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you, so you could talk to him if you want.
Christy,
Wait, he's. Oh,
what's up?
are you kidding me?
What's up? You didn't text me back.
Are you? Did you hear anything? Did you hear anything?
Yeah, I
that
did.
just said? But you heard
I
all
think
of
it's
this
hilarious.
And you're still saying, Christy, what's up? Are you kidding me? You think this is hilarious? You think it's hilarious that you can't remember why we're not talking to each other?
I don't know. I just think I think it's funny. I'm sorry.
What?
Oh my God, you are such a jerk. You have
Maybe a
so
little
little respect
hard.
for me that you can't even remember.
I mean, now that you mention it, yeah, I guess I remember. Okay.
Oh my God, no. So what do you even want from me? Like, I don't really understand what you want from me.
I
Do you think we should go out again?
I want to see you again. I really do.
No, you don't, dude. No, you don't.
What makes you say that?
Dude, you already tried texting me, and I ignored your text. Get a clue.
Yeah, I figured maybe you just forgot to respond.
I didn't forget to respond. What you did on your birthday was inexcusable.
You're still upset over the birthday card thing? Don't you think you're overreacting a little bit?
Oh, wow.
No, I went through all of that effort to make that card for you, and you just treated me like I was your little pet. I feel so stupid.
Look, I didn't ask you to make me a birthday card, all right? That kind of came off a little clingy and a little desperate, so that's on you. I'm sorry.
Oh, so every time somebody does something nice for you, that's clingy and desperate, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I would have been just as happy if we did the same thing we did the night before. But no, you had to go make it all emotional with feelings and sprinkles and crap.
Oh, my God. this is just like nonsense. Like, this is talking to a lunatic.
I am so turned on right now. Get it out, please.
Turned on.
You're turned on? What are you turned on by, Wesley?
No.
Guys, just listen to how intense and passionate she is right now. Oh, I can't get over it.
Oh, man.
Ew, are you kidding me? You are gross.
Come on.
Disgusting. Come on, you. This is disgusting. You really think that this is working?
I do feel like, Wesley, you're kind of delusional.
Yeah.
Well, you're old. You're not into this. Christy, I heard you tell them that you had a good time with me, that we hung out, it was all good, you loved my quesadillas.
Yeah, I did like the quesadilla back then, before I realized what a jerk you are.
Talk dirty to me. I love it.
What?
Get angry.
God, no. You're ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
Oh, my God. I'm so sorry, Christy.
Can I please get off the phone? This is weird.
Well, in just a second, I need to ask you a question. Would you like to go out with Wesley again on a second date? Yeah, we'll pay for it.
Yeah,
Oh, my God. It's like you have two Wesleys on the phone right now with you, Christy.
What'd you say, Christy? I couldn't hear you.
Not a shot in hell. Really.
Oh, yeah, Wesley, I was surprised. I thought you were gonna turn her around to your side, and she was
I
gonna go.
really thought she was going to go for it too, man.
Yeah, I know.
No, he's being sarcastic, Wesley.
Christy, listen, you're not remembering the good times we had. Please try to
Oh
remember
my God,
the good
shut
times.
up, you loser.
Wesley, I don't think you're getting
man.
a second date with Christy.
Hey, that's all right, guys, because like I said, I got 2 other ones right now, so we're good.
Okay. All right. Well, Christy, thank you for your time. Appreciate it. And she's gone. All right. And Wesley, good luck and continue to date Hella. All right.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for your help,
Yeah.
guys.
All right. See ya. I'm excited to talk to the dude that's on the phone for a second date today because the way he started off his email was just hilarious to me.
Really?
It just started with, I date Hella
What?
and I've never been blown off.
Oh,
So I need your help.
Oh,
this
my
guy.
God. Yeah. I mean, we already all have an opinion of him, right?
His name is Wesley. What's up, Wesley?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Not much. So you date Hella, huh?
Hella, you know it.
Now, that wasn't a joke, right? Wesley, you're being serious on that one.
I'm a aficionado of dating, oh yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
All
yeah.
right. So you go on a lot of dates.
Yep.
I don't think that that's probably a good sign, is that you're going on a lot of first dates. It's usually that you get a lot of second dates is probably a better sign, Wesley.
It's not the way my first dates go.
Oh.
All right.
Okay,
Your first
sure.
dates are
Yeah, that's
successful, at least according to your email. You said you've never been blown off before, ever.
Never.
Really?
Not one time, nope.
Okay, so who's the lucky lady who popped your cherry? Is that too much for being blown off?
This was months ago, and my memory is kind of like hazy, but I met this girl, Christy, at a friend's house party. So we had mutual friends. I never talked to her before that, but we met at this party, and, I use a line that works well.
Is it that you date Hella?
It worked on us.
That is how I date Hella, absolutely. So I use this line. I know a lot of guys have lines, but the line I use is I say, why don't we come back to my place, because I make a banging quesadilla.
What?
Okay.
It doesn't
Do you
take-
actually make the quesadilla, or that's just a line?
I make it from scratch.
Wait.
Secret ingredient, barbecue chicken.
Oh, that sounds
Okay, wait,
amazing,
but
actually.
you're telling me a quesadilla is what wins women's hearts over to come back to your place?
Yes. And some of them, they're like, oh, I'm not eating sugar. I'm on keto. I'm on paleo. I could do keto quesadillas, gluten-free,
Wow.
whatever you need.
All right.
You're the quesadilla master.
That's it.
So I guess dudes should take note.
Yeah.
All you got to do is be able to make a quesadilla, and you can get any woman you want.
Hey, seriously, though, if you offer a drunk girl a quesadilla, there's no way she's saying no to that.
Okay. You know
No
what?
way. Did you offer a drunk me a
He is right.
quesadilla? There's no way I'm
Yeah.
saying no, man.
I think you're basically taking home anyone.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all right. I'm interested right now. I'm not even drunk yet. So, is that how you met Chrissy then? You used the quesadilla line?
Yeah, and we ended up hooking up that night.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Nice.
God, it was so long ago, I can't even really remember. And we ended up hanging out a few times after that, and then we kind of lost touch. I told you guys I date a lot. So
Yeah, we get it.
I can't remember why we stopped talking. I don't think there was ever like a conversation where we said, all right, we're done. It just kind of went away. And
Why are you thinking about her now?
Yeah.
I was on Facebook, and you know how when somebody's profile pops up, it says, somebody you may know? It was her.
And you're like,
Okay.
oh, I remember that girl.
Yes, she is so hot, and I can't remember why I stopped talking to her. And a girl like that, I have no idea why we would have stopped seeing each other. Between having fun and her being just piping hot, I can't. I don't understand.
Okay, so you just want some answers.
Absolutely, yeah.
And can I ask you, since it's hard for you to remember, how many girls are you currently hanging out with right now?
I have 2 on the reg right now.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know. I mean, and here's the thing. I really don't even want to be exclusive with her. I just kind of want her back on the rotation, back on the regular.
All right.
What kind of offer is that?
Good old rotation.
Yep.
I mean, maybe she's got her own rotation going and it'll work for her, but have you contacted her?
I tried texting her because I still had her number, and, no response.
Okay. Wow. I mean, this is really a love story. I cannot wait to get her on the phone and say, remember the guy who kind of remembers you?
Every time we hung out, we had a really good time. I don't even think if you asked her if she had fun with me, I guarantee her answer is going to be yes.
Okay.
So why do you think she's not texting you back then?
Honestly, I really don't. I can't put my finger on it. I really don't know.
Huh. I could put my finger on a couple of things for you, but I'll just leave those to myself.
I bet you would like to put your finger on a couple things, huh?
Okay.
I like to put my finger on those quesadillas. They sound
Yeah.
good. All right. Well, we'll play a song and then come back and call her and get your second date, okay?
Sounds good.
Yeah, man. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I'm sure you guys have had friends that argue all the time with their significant other.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that couple that they can't ever go out anywhere because it's going to end in an argument.
Mm-hmm.
That has to start at some point, maybe even on a first date.
Oh.
Kind of what happened with Nick, who wants us to call Grace today. That's the girl that he went out with. I don't even know why Nick wants to call her because it sounds like a horrible first date. But we're going to talk to him about it anyway and ask. Nick, how are you?
Hey, guys. First off, I just want to say I'm like a huge, huge fan of the show. You guys are awesome. Jubal, you're the man. I love listening to the stuff you guys do on the radio.
All right.
Okay.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah. Now we're getting out of control, Nick. Let's be honest.
Nick, your email said that you and Grace, the girl you went out with, argued the whole time on your date. Why do you want to call her? Why do you even want a second date?
I don't know, man. I just felt like there was some kind of connection, it was something fiery about
It's
the whole
not passion,
thing.
dude.
Well, was it the type of arguing that's over big theological issues, or was it the kind of fiery debate that you can have with some people? Because I think that's nice sometimes.
It was just about some stuff. Some of it was about stuff that happened that night, but
Can you get more specific here?
yeah. Well, I'll give you sort of the lowdown of what happened.
Okay.
Basically, we'd met online. It was either Tinder or it was OkCupid or
You don't even know which place you met her at, Nick?
How much online dating are you doing, dude?
I don't know, a good deal. I mean, it's fun, it's fun to meet people.
Right.
Okay.
So you met Grace on some website, and you guys met up. Now, your email said that you started off arguing. You started the whole thing off with an argument. How does that even happen, dude? How do you start off with an argument on your first date right away?
Well, we met up at this parking lot. We met in the mall parking lot.
Okay.
Because she was oh, we don't really know each other that well. I don't want you to come pick me up at my house.
Right.
Which I respect for her. So we're hanging out in the parking lot of this mall, and I was all right, well, let's go. I made a reservation somewhere else. And she was oh, well, I kind of thought we would be here. And I was no. It's at another restaurant down the way. Just hop in my car and we'll go.
Oh, so she didn't want to get in the car with you because she thought you were a creep.
Yeah. She didn't want to get in the car.
And you guys argued about that?
Well, I was it's a date. It seems like a more sort of economical
Get in the
idea.
car!
Yeah.
Get in here!
Nick,
So-
you don't sound like a fiery person. You sound pretty laid back.
Well, I have opinions, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I wanted to do nice things for her, and she wasn't letting me do them. And I was hey, I want to drive you to the date.
Okay. So she said, no, I don't want to get in your car. You said, get in the car now. I'm taking you to dinner. She said, no. Did it get heated with you guys?
We were arguing, but it didn't really get heated until we got to the restaurant. And that's when, like, the big argument started.
Big
big
argument.
one.
You guys have known each other for all of what? An hour by this point?
Probably like 50 minutes. Yeah, a little less.
Okay, so what was the argument about in the restaurant?
Well, she, like, went to sit down, and I could see that she had this tattoo on her hip.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, what's that? Can you tell me what it's about? And she was like, no, I'd rather not. And I was like, oh, come on, like, it's on your body, you know, like, you got a tattoo on your body, it's there forever. It's in a pretty visible place, like, what is it? And she was like, no, I got it when I was 17, I don't really, like, just would rather not talk about it on a first date.
Why didn't you just let it go then, Nick?
Well, I tried to, like, forget it and not think about it, and then, like, a minute would go by, and it would come into my head again. And just ask, and I would say, like, why can't we just talk about this now so we can get to the next part of dinner?
Oh, my God, Nick. You
So-
know you're coming off as crazy, right?
You argued with her the entire date. How did things end with you guys?
Well, I was pretty upset about it, and she was pretty upset about it, and, you know, we drove back to the parking lot, and it got a little bit worse, and then she just left.
Oh,
Were you?
no.
I mean, at any point during this, did the arguments escalate into actual yelling?
Yeah, definitely.
So Nick,
Oh,
why do you even want to call her back for a second date? You guys obviously don't get along.
I really liked her. She's really pretty, and she had a cool energy about her. She was really feisty, and, like, she didn't take any crap from me, and, you know, she would just give it right back, and I felt like it could be, like, a really cool sexual energy, too.
Now there it is.
That's what Nick, do you normally fall for girls who tend to beat you up a little bit?
I like a girl who, like, can stand up for herself.
Right.
But screaming at the end of a date, not exactly the same as feisty.
Yeah, but you never know, you know? Like, sometimes people are together and they, like, just have that thing where they just, like,
God.
know how to push each other's buttons.
You fight and then you make up.
This girl is
And
not.
the makeup is very nice. All right, Nick. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, get her on the phone. And we already know why she's not calling you back. That's a terrible first date you just told us about. But we'll see if we can get you a second date, I guess. Okay?
All right, cool.
All right. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
All right, I figured it out. I figured out how Nick, who's on the phone to do a second date update with us right now, can actually get this girl to go out with him again.
Apologize profusely and swear it won't happen again.
No.
Oh.
Well, kind of, I guess. Nick's about to have us call Grace for a second date update. Their first date was filled with arguments. It started at the car and continued on through dinner. They argued the whole time. Nick, you want a second date with her, right?
Yeah, definitely.
For whatever reason. I'm guessing the best way to do that is to just tell her, hey, at least it's going to be all uphill from here. Like, it can't get any worse than what happened on our first date.
Unless she disagrees with you and then you start a fight.
Yeah. And then it just ends up in an argument.
I mean, I'm willing to try whatever, so.
Okay, we're going to call her right now, see if we can get her on the phone, talk to her about your date, and then we'll connect you with her. Okay?
Great.
All right, man. Here we go.
Hello,
Hi, is Grace there?
this is she.
Hello, Grace. How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hi.
Do you know who I am?
I do. I just don't know why you're calling me, but hello.
Do you know who I am, Grace?
I feel like you've used that line a couple of times.
I have,
Yeah.
mostly at restaurants.
Uh-huh.
So you listen to our show at all?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Have you ever heard the second date updates before?
I think I heard one.
Okay. So you kind of know what it is. It's where you go out on a date with somebody, end up not calling them back. They email us to get you on the phone and ask why. The person that I'm calling about is named Nick.
You've got to be kidding me.
Nope. And I feel like
That was the best response you ever could have given.
I feel like this is a very memorable date for you because we actually talked to Nick. We read his email, and he said that you guys argued throughout the whole first date, but Nick still wants to go out with you.
He is a loon. I'm glad we're doing this because this is going to be like a warning to everybody on Match.com.
Oh my
Okay.
God. He didn't even list Match.
So what happened on the date?
So
So I told him, let's meet in the mall parking lot. That's where I always meet dates because I don't know these guys yet.
Right.
And I told him we're going to go to eat at the restaurant that was, right there where I had parked. He starts going into a fit, wanting me to get in his car because he's going to take me to a place that's, quote, bitchin'.
Bitchin'. I'm going to take you to a bitchin' spot.
That's like a 5-star Yelp review.
Yeah, well, he explained that to us, Grace. He told us all about your argument in the parking lot that you didn't want to get in the car, and he said that he had planned to take you to a nice dinner and wanted to drive you there, and told us how you argued quite a bit.
So we're in the car, and he starts trying to kiss me at every stop sign.
No, he didn't.
Really? Right away?
Yes, I'm like, get out of here. And then he says, you need to be more open with me.
Wow. Okay, he didn't mention anything about the kissing. I'll go ahead, Grace, and tell you what else he said about your date.
Go ahead.
He said that you went to the restaurant and got in a little bit of an argument about your tattoo.
It was like a dog seeing a bone. He would not shut up about this tattoo. Yeah. Where'd you get it? What's it mean? What, did you have it? How old were you? Did it hurt? What color ink did they use? Who was it? I'm like, shut up. It's private, first of all. If I want you to know what my tattoo is, I'll tell you. Okay, yeah. I didn't. So I'm getting mad. And I'm just start yelling. And I said, it's none of your business. And so he said, well, if that's your attitude, you're paying for dinner.
Oh,
no! It was worth $40 to me to just get him out of my sight. I put down the $40, and I'm like, take me back to my car now. I mean, really, I could have ran there, but I had on good shoes.
Hey, Grace, I'll tell you this. Nick, when he was talking about you, I said, why do you even want to go out on a second date with Grace? Because you guys argued the whole time. Right? I didn't know about him being a weirdo or whatever with you. I just knew about you guys arguing. And I said, why would you want to go out with her again? He said, I love the fact that she's got spunk and she stands up for herself. You do have a lot of spunk.
Yeah.
He got that right.
And you're funny.
Yeah. What if you were to talk to Nick right now? What would you say to him?
Well, I'd have to spit because I'd throw up in my mouth a little bit. I would just suggest a bit of therapy. He just, I don't know if his meds hadn't kicked in yet or they wore off or what the backstory is. But he's got issues.
Grace?
Oh, my God, Grace.
Yeah.
Nick is actually on the phone.
Hey, Grace.
You've got to be kidding me.
No, not at all. Nick, what do you have to say for yourself? Is everything that Grace said true?
I mean, it's not that bad, but, we had some hiccups in our date. And,
well, you told us about the hiccups. You told us about the hiccups, but I'm talking about trying to kiss her as soon as she got in the car and that kind of stuff.
Well, I met her online. A lot of the girls that I've met online are, down, to kiss, pretty much right off the bat.
I feel like that's probably not true.
They're not, Nick. They might be doing it to shut you up because, first of all, I have never been around anybody that uses more words but says absolutely nothing and takes 25 minutes to do it. I mean, you are one of the most annoying human beings that has ever walked this earth.
Wow.
See, that's why I like you, because you got that spunk. You're not afraid to, tell it how it is and stuff like that.
Right. Here's how it is. The guys didn't let me finish my story. When we got to my car, finally, thank the Lord, he started crying.
What was he saying?
What? Why was he crying?
Well, I just don't understand why this is South, because I think that you're just an awesome chick, and there's all this energy and chemistry.
Nick.
And he jumps in the back seat of my car.
He jumped in the back seat of your car.
How'd you get him out?
He's sitting there, I'm not going to get out until you promise me a second date. I'm not going to get out. Sometimes I just got to warm up.
So
I'll be better on the next date. And so I was like, okay, I'll go out with you again. And the freak got out of my car. And I'd like to apologize to the mall because I left big old tire marks as I was going out.
Nick, is all that true?
Well, I was upset,
Nick,
put all this energy and focus into something.
Nick, you are very calmly talking about this. You don't see anything wrong with your behavior.
No, I do. I don't think I was the perfect date or anything like that, but that's why I wanted to go on a
The
second date.
perfect date, Nick.
That was an understatement
Nick.
of the century, Nick.
Nick, I'm gonna recap one thing real quick for you. You were in tears, blubbering, jumped in the backseat of her car, refused to get out unless you would go on a second date. That is not normal behavior, man.
All right, well, I don't know. I was improvising.
Okay.
Nick,
Yeah.
how about this? You don't have to cry and throw yourself around this time. I will ask for a second date for you. Grace, would you like to go out with Nick again? We will pay for a second date. Please don't yell at me.
Come on.
Yeah, I would. What we're going to do is we're going to go to a therapist's office. I'm going to drop him off, and you guys will pay for it. That'll probably be the nicest thing you've done this year.
It's like a charity case for Nick.
Mm-hmm.
Nick, there you go, man. That's what happened.
Well, win some, lose some, I guess.
Hey, Nick, are we still cool? Like, I know that you got put through a lot here with Grace and everything else and being in this segment. Like, you may feel ripped on everything else. We're still cool, right? Like, you still are friends with the show and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are cool. I mean, like,
Okay.
you went out of your way to do this for me. That's pretty cool.
All right. Thank you, man. Thank you for the second date update. Take care.
All right, I will.
All right,
Thanks,
man.
Jewel.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure he was still friends with us because he is crazy.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
For today's second date update, a listener named Kelsey is on the phone, and she thinks she's not getting a call back because she describes herself as boring on the first date. So let's find out. I'm a good judge of boring. What's up, Kelsey? How are you?
Hey, good. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, bored. Bored. Already, Kelsey.
She said, hey. Oh, my God. Poor Kelsey.
Oh, my God.
Yep, snooze fest, Kelsey.
Yeah.
Jeez. No wonder you're not getting a call back.
I know, right?
Are you always boring on first dates, or was this an exception?
No, this was just like kind of a chill first date. So it wasn't, we didn't do anything epic. We actually met this guy online, and I kind of thought he was different than the other guys that I've seen, like on Tinder and all of those apps.
What's his name, first of all?
His name is Thomas.
Thomas, all right.
What made him stand out? You said he was different than the others.
Well, a lot of the other guys are trying really hard just to impress you on these apps, like all the time.
Right.
So he didn't seem like he was doing that at all.
Okay, so he seemed like he didn't care.
Not like he didn't care, just that he was like down to earth.
Okay,
That
I
just seems
that.
like it would be refreshing, yeah, instead of somebody who's on 24/7 just trying to impress you the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
And what was it like when you guys met in real life?
It was awesome. We just like kind of went for a little walk and got to know each other. I grabbed some ice cream and then kept hanging out for a little while, and we decided like we'd stop by the grocery store just to pick some stuff up. So he like helped me bring my stuff back.
Yeah, Kelsey, I'm going to go ahead and say that's a pretty boring date. That's all you guys did.
Well, I mean, it was like a stop on the way. We didn't plan to go to the grocery store. It just kind of happened.
I think that's kind of cute because doesn't it mean that you guys extended your time together longer than you had expected?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I thought. Like, he was totally making me laugh in the store, and I just feel like I was smiling the whole time. Like, I had such a good time.
Oh.
But then, like, afterward, I thought, like, it's early. Maybe I asked him if he wanted to go see a movie with me, keep the night going, and I was, like, super shocked by his answer. He would just said no.
Oh.
Just like that, just straight no?
Wow.
Yeah, he was like, no, I have to go home.
Wow, that's harsh, man. Yeah, I mean, what did you say back?
Well, I kind of just like stood there, and I'm really awkward too, so I was like maybe gonna go in for like a little bit of a hug, but he just left.
Whoa,
wow. I feel like you weren't boring on the date. I feel like you must have done something to make him angry. I mean,
not into you.
Yeah, you're trying to hang out with the dude even longer than what you normally were. You invite him to a movie, and he's just like no, and then splits. Like, I feel like you made him angry.
I don't know what I did.
Wait, I mean, he seemed fine up until what point? Did you notice a change at any certain point?
Well, like towards the end, I kind of felt like he was getting a little bored, so that's why I wanted to switch it up and maybe go to the movies. And then I guess it was too late for that.
Yeah, I mean,
You didn't make him buy your groceries or something, did you?
No.
Okay. That's not that out there of a question.
Yeah,
We've
that
had
is-
people who have done things like
Yeah.
that. I'm just making sure.
maybe he's simply a guy who doesn't want to move too fast. They do exist.
Or maybe he just didn't feel the chemistry.
Maybe he hates movies.
There's a lot of possibilities,
There
is what
you
we're
go.
saying.
Yeah, I'd like to figure it out.
I mean, I'm sure you've gone through everything in your mind. Do you have any idea what it could be?
The only thing is that I think I might have like bored him a
Okay.
little bit.
Oh, too
right.
boring.
But like I swear I'm fun. Like I am a fun person. I have a lot of fun with my friends, and like that was just not an accurate representation of like who I am and like what I do all the time, you know?
Oh,
Okay.
I don't take guys to grocery stores.
So if that is his reason that you're a little too boring, you want to try to convince him that you're not boring and get another date with him.
Yeah, definitely. And then do something like super fun, like roller coasters or I don't know.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go skydiving or something.
Or IKEA.
Yeah, well, Jubal, don't get crazy.
I know. I'm a little wild like that, though.
Yeah.
All right, Kelsey. Well, we'll play a song and then come back and call him and get your second date update, okay?
Okay.
All right. Hang on one second.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Hopefully the second part of this second date update isn't going to be as boring as the first part. If you missed it, Kelsey is on the phone. Pretty boring name.
Poor thing.
And she wants to call a dude named Thomas. Even more boring of a name. And I guess her first date with Thomas was pretty boring. That's the way she described it. And that's why she thinks she's not getting a call back. They just kind of went for a walk, and then they had to stop by the grocery store for a second. And then she asked if he wanted to go to a movie with her, and he just straight up said no, and then went home. So Kelsey is assuming that she was a little too boring for Thomas, and we're going to get him on the phone and find out if that is, in fact, the reason. Kelsey, are you still awake, or are you bored?
I'm still here.
You know, Kelsey, we never asked you. I mean, have you tried to get a hold of him?
Yeah, I texted a couple of times, and I don't want to seem like needy, so I just kind of stopped.
And he hasn't responded at all.
Not at all.
Okay.
Oh, man, rude.
Well, I'm going to dial his phone number right now and see if we can figure it out for you, Kelsey. Here we go, okay?
All right, thanks.
Hello?
Yeah, can I speak to Thomas, please?
This is him. Who's this?
Thomas, what's up, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Who's that?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
Okay.
You ever listened to us before?
Nah, I don't do mornings really.
I don't blame you.
I don't,
I am
dude.
so jealous of that. You
Man.
are a good person.
Yeah, seriously, you got to figure it out. I'm so tired of
Yeah.
waking up this early. Well,
Did I like win something? What's going on?
no, you didn't. We do a segment on our show. It's called the second date update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they can email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out what happened. So somebody emailed us about you.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of work.
It is a lot to get a hold of somebody, but it's usually because they really liked the person.
Any idea who would have emailed us?
I don't know, dude.
Are you awake right now, Thomas?
I mean, I don't want to be, but I am now.
Okay, sorry,
I feel you, man. I'm right there with you.
Is this gonna take? Like, how long is this gonna take?
It shouldn't take more than a few minutes, in case you're busy or whatever. But
I just want to go back to sleep. But okay.
well, do you remember going out with a girl named Kelsey?
Probably.
Probably.
Oh my
Do
God.
you remember her or no?
Yeah, I remember.
Okay.
What's up?
Well, Kelsey emailed us because she told us about your date. And she said that you guys went for a walk, stopped by the grocery store, and she invited you to the movies. And that's when you...
Oh, yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot.
It was a lot?
It was a lot?
What was a lot about it? The walk or the grocery store?
All of it. It was... Anyway, so what do you need?
Oh my God,
Well,
Thomas, you just
Kelsey,
did a...
Kelsey wants to know why you're not calling her back.
Oh, gosh.
Thomas!
Can you tell us why?
I guess. It was just like... She wanted to do so much stuff.
What do you mean? She thought she was too boring for you. She thought that a walk in a grocery store was like lame and that you were looking for more excitement. And that's why.
Who walks? Like, that's why they invented cars and Uber. Like,
Alright, so,
why do we have to walk? It was so much.
okay, so it's not that you were bored on the date. You just didn't want to walk, pretty much.
No, it was. I didn't want to do. And then after the walking, it goes to the random restaurant, and then the grocery store, and then I had to carry her groceries, and then I had to help her put the groceries up, and then after all of that, on top of that, she was like, "Oh yeah, let's go see a movie." I'm like, "Oh my god, I just did more work than I've done all week." I don't want to do any more things. And it was so late, dude. It was like 8 o'clock or something. Like, it was so late. I don't like it.
Wait, Thomas, I mean, you're concentrating a lot on the things that you did on the date, but what about her? Did you enjoy hanging out with her? She said she was laughing a ton.
Smiling a lot.
I mean, she was cool. It was just, she does too much, man. I'm not an outdoorsy dude who likes to do all this. Like, I feel like she would go hiking, and that sounds terrible.
Okay, so if I'm reading this correctly, you just feel like she likes to do way too much.
I mean, I'm sure she'll find someone who likes to do stuff with her, and that's awesome. But I just don't. I don't like. If I didn't have to leave the house, I would not leave the house.
Why? Wait, why are you even dating then, Thomas? Like, dating requires you to do stuff.
It doesn't, though. Like, you dating, you drive to a place, you eat dinner at a place, and then that's it. And then maybe you go back and you watch like Netflix or Hulu or something. Like, it's not. I don't know. She wanted to do so many things, and I'm not that kind of dude.
I'm not that kind of dude. All right. Well, at least you know what you want, Thomas.
Oh, you should have told her that though, Thomas. She did not.
Yeah, but then I'd have to like meet up again. We'd probably have to go on another walk to explain why I don't like going on walks.
Yeah, a lot of effort. Well,
wow,
Thomas, I know that this is probably going to be hard for you to deal with, but Kelsey is on the other line and wants to talk to you for a minute.
Oh my God, you guys are the worst.
Kelsey, are you still there?
Yeah, hey.
Hey, what's up?
I can't believe this is a complete opposite what I thought was going on. I thought you didn't like me because I was boring, but you don't want to do anything. Like, the whole point of going out with someone is to get to know them while doing an activity.
Yeah, but you wanted to do so many activities. Like, if we just did 2 activities, that's it for the day.
For the day.
You get a morning activity, you get a night activity, and that's it. But you wanted...
What are your activities? Just Netflix?
I mean, that and a good bowl of soup.
Oh, my God. Thomas, all it was one walk to the place that we were going to. That was it. Just one. It was not that extreme.
Yeah, but why would you want to walk? Are we cavemen? All you have to do is call an Uber. We could have saved so much time. And then my leg was tired. I was out of breath. My body's not used to this type of activity.
What? Your body isn't used to going on a short walk to a restaurant?
Not anymore. We're past that.
Thomas, just even a little bit of exercise would make you feel better. It'd give you more energy. It may.
I don't think it did any of that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And the thing is, I'm happy with my life. I'm doing fine. I don't know why you're trying to change me into some LA fitness jogging jock dude.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Hey, man, if you're happy doing you, then just keep doing that. But I think, it doesn't sound like Kelsey's that demanding, really.
And it sounds like you guys had a nice connection and that you could be missing out on something possibly pretty special.
I don't know. I just want someone more my speed. I feel like she's too extra. She's always this, bam, bam, bam. I just want one bam.
I do normal things that normal people do that walk places and who literally use their body. It's not that difficult.
I use my body to press the Uber button. That's enough.
Oh my God. Thomas, you sound like a human sloth is what you sound like.
I'm okay with that.
Well, you know.
Sloths are adorable.
Sloths are
They are
pretty
pretty
cute. I'll give you
cute.
that much. Thomas, would you like to go out on a second date with Kelsey? We'll pay for it. I mean, you don't even have to leave the house. I'll just send you a gift card to Netflix or something.
Get food delivery for you, Thomas.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like she'll trick me into doing something outside. And I don't know, dude. I'm kind of cool.
Hold on, this is ridiculous. Like, I'm not forcing you to do anything. We took a short walk, and I asked if you wanted to go to the movies. You're so.
I know,
lazy.
but now you called the radio on me. Like, I feel like you go a lot of steps to it, like, and that's cool. But I only like one step.
Honestly, Thomas, like I thought I was being the boring one, and that's why you weren't calling me back. But you're the boring one. I definitely don't want to be with someone who's that lazy.
Oh.
Thank God.
Thank God. Okay.
The biggest relief Thomas has had all day.
He's like, can
All
I
right.
now get off the phone? That's what you've been wanting this whole time.
Kelsey, I'm
Can I go
sorry.
back to sleep now, or?
Yeah, 1 second. We'll let you go there. I
Oh
just
my
want to say thank
gosh.
you for your time, Thomas. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, radio guy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Sorry to make you work so much this morning. Go back to sleep.
All right.
Kelsey, well, you got your answer.
Yeah, I guess so.
That was crazy.
And I know personally, I am exhausted after all that,
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
man. A text in at 78592 says, Thomas and I sound like soulmates.
I know.
Talking about today's second date update. If you missed
man.
it, Kelsey wanted to call this dude named Thomas. They went on a date. It didn't actually last very long. They just went on a short walk together and then stopped by the grocery store. Afterward, Kelsey asked Thomas if he wanted to go see a movie with her, and he just said no.
Yeah.
And she thought that maybe he wasn't calling her back and wasn't interested because she was being too boring on the date. So we got Thomas on the phone, and he told us he didn't think Kelsey was boring. In fact, he thought the opposite. She was way too active for his lifestyle. He doesn't like doing anything.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people hit it, nail on the head here, texted in like, pretty sure his mom still must do his laundry for him.
Yeah.
And someone else brought up a good point, like, imagine this guy in bed.
Yeah.
Not fun.
Probably doesn't even want to do it.
No.
Yeah, Kinky is just rolling over to him.
Yeah.
He said he didn't like the fact that they had to walk to the store and he wasn't used to doing that much activity. He said he wants a girl that's more his speed and said that she was just a little too extra for him because the walking, mostly. He's a very lazy dude, but at least he's comfortable in his laziness.
Yeah.
No second date because Thomas thought she would trick him into doing more things if he said yes.
Yeah, like go hiking.
Well,
and
see,
that sounded like the worst thing ever.
That is the worst thing.
No.
I mean, I can relate. I think a lot of people can relate to this guy.
Oh my God, Thomas should be dating a sloth. Is what Thomas should be dating.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, hopefully he finds that. If not, I think he'll be fine just by himself sitting on the couch.
Totally fine.
It's true.
Moving 92.5.
It's
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
You know, for the most part, long-distance relationships only work out in the movies. Adult movies, specifically.
What?
It's long-distance relationships always work out in adult movies.
Uh-huh.
Google it, but that's not
No,
important
thank
right
you.
now.
That is a bad thing to have on your search history.
Because Dresden is on the phone right now, and he apparently went on a date with somebody who's not calling him back. And it's actually kind of a long-distance thing. I don't know all the details, but we'll get it from him. Dresden, what's up, man? How are you?
Hey, what's up, man? You can call me Drez.
Drez? Okay.
Did you just wake up, Drez? Are you in a different time zone?
You're just sad?
No, I'm good. Sorry.
That's all right.
All
right.
Sad.
Drez, so what's the name of the girl you want to call today?
Her name's Sierra.
Sierra. All right. And your email said that she lives in another state?
Yeah, I mean, we met online,
Okay.
so we hit it off right away. She was the type that she seemed really intelligent. She made me laugh. I made her laugh.
Awesome.
And we really hit it off. So I said, you live far away, but maybe I could just fly down. We could actually meet in person, spend a little time together, see if it works.
How long did you guys talk online before you decided to meet in real life?
A few months.
All right, so
Okay.
that's a good amount of
Yeah,
time.
so you feel like you really know a person by then.
As much as you can,
Right.
online, yeah.
All right, so how was it when you actually went to go see her?
Dude, that's the thing. Like, it was amazing. Like, the best day. So I went down on a Friday. We, of course, got something to eat. She, gave me a tour of the city. We walked around. We saw nature, went on a hike. But it wasn't, platonic. It was a very romantic kind of connection.
You can tell, I
Okay.
mean, your whole personality, I feel like, just got uplifted even talking about this date.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it was a great experience. I mean, so great that I had booked a hotel, but I didn't stay there. Put it that way.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh,
All right.
boy.
Also, so great that she's not calling you back.
Oh, come
Jubal,
on.
you gotta
Why do you
say
got
it
let's
now.
let's live in the moment, Jubal.
Well, I think this is the moment.
Well, okay,
Why-
let's live in the past then.
Back to reality.
Why do you think she's not calling you back then?
That's the whole thing. Because it was okay, when I was leaving, I was legit sad to go back home.
Yeah.
And, we're at the airport, and she's dropping me off, and I'm like, next time you're coming to see me, right? And she was like, of course,
Yeah.
that's a done deal. Of course, I'm going to be up there to see you. And then I get home, and initially we're texting and calling and everything, but then it just, slacked off after, 2 weeks. And the text slowed down, and the call slowed down. And, I know she's a busy person. I'm a busy person. She's got a lot of friends, so she's got a pretty full social calendar.
Right.
But I'm like, this was an amazing weekend that we shared. It was not your
Yeah.
typical weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, did you feel like you were basically, I would feel like you're starting a relationship. Like, that's more than a date to spend a whole weekend with somebody.
That's how I felt, and I really thought it was mutual. It's not like we put any title on it or were
Right.
in a full-blown relationship or called each other like boyfriend or girlfriend or anything. But that's the vibe that I was getting before I left.
Totally.
Was there anything awkward that happened when you guys were hanging out?
I wouldn't say awkward. The deal was sealed, so...
Oh, right.
Okay.
That's unawkward.
It's always a good sign.
But maybe it's something, did you say something in the 2 weeks following that turned her off or made her rethink the whole thing?
Trust me, I have combed over everything that I've said, all of my texts, trying to figure out, is there anything I could have said or done that turned everything sour? And I just can't figure it out. So that's why I came to you guys for help.
Okay. And is she not talking to you at all?
It's almost non-existent at this point, man.
Huh.
Wow.
See, that's always something. When you go from texting all the time
Right.
nonstop, you can just feel there's some kind of shift in the vibe.
Right, yeah. It just seems like something's going on. I just want to know if it's not popping, I get it, but let me know something. I'm just dangling here.
Maybe it's super romantic and it was too much for her and she doesn't know how she could live without you and so she cut it off now instead of later. I don't know.
Terrible logic.
Whatever. I'm just trying to give...
That's
I
comforting.
think it could be something good.
Do you think maybe it could be the distance?
That's the only thing I could think of, dude. Maybe people are in their ear oh, it's never going to work because you guys are so far away.
Yeah, it's not an adult movie. They only only stay together long distance in adult movies.
But why wouldn't she just talk to you about that, right?
Exactly. We're adults.
You're adults and it's obvious that's what you're doing.
Exactly.
Okay, well, we'll play a song and then come back and call and get your second date update, all right?
Okay, man.
All right, man.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
We're in the middle of a second date update, and Drez is on the phone. Today, he wants to call a girl named Sierra. They actually live long distance. They met online. He went to travel to visit her. They hung out for an entire weekend. He said everything went great. They even sealed the deal. I'm not sure what that means.
Oh, you're not?
I have
Okay.
no idea.
Yeah, it was a contract.
What sort of deal
Yep.
did you seal? Drez?
I'm a gentleman, if nothing else. I'm a gentleman.
No, right.
I still don't understand what you mean.
Dude, they slept together.
What?
Yes.
In the same bed?
No. Oh, God. Let's just say yes. and
Drez,
move
did
on.
you guys sleep in the same bed?
Yes, we slept.
Wow. Hot and heavy. No, they definitely had a great time, and then he came back home, and since then the conversation has fizzled off, and now she's not really talking to him, and he doesn't know why, because according to him, everything went great. All right, man, are you ready to give her a call and see why she's not getting back to you?
Yeah, man, I'm ready.
And did she ever indicate that maybe she was freaked out by long distance?
No, but if it did freak her out, I would think that would be something that she would tell me about before I flew all the way down to see her for our first date.
Right.
Yeah, hopefully.
Right. That is an expensive first date that you did.
All right, I'm going to dial her phone number right now. Here we go.
Hello,
Hi, may I speak to Sierra, please?
this is she.
Sierra, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Who's this?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Oh, okay.
How are you today?
I'm fine.
Any idea why I'm calling you?
No, I'm sorry. I don't know you guys. I'm sorry.
I understand. I don't know even what you would guess. I just want to see what you would guess. I'm calling you today because we do a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out with somebody on a date and then end up not calling them back, they can email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened. And we got an email about you from Drez.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
He told us how he met you online and even traveled to come hang out with you, and he thought everything was great, but since he came home, you haven't been returning any of his calls, and he's wondering if he did something wrong.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Wow. Well, I mean, so it's like you meet people online, and it's kind of strange, you know, and you just kind of hope you don't get catfished along the way.
Yeah, that's...
But
yeah.
Drez was absolutely amazing, and he was everything that he said he was. So, no, it was nothing like that.
Oh, my
Okay,
God.
so
So
it
you
sounds like
really
you like
liked him.
Yes, like, I had really strong feelings for him before he left.
So what happened? Are you just, I mean, he thought, maybe he's jumping the gun and you were just really busy and that's why you haven't really talked to him?
No, like, okay, so I have been at this crossroads, right? So I had this big surprise that I wanted to surprise him with. I've just been so confused. Like, okay, so my job wants to relocate. And it's close to him. It's in, closer to that state, that area. And I wanted to get closer to him. I just didn't know how to do it, what to say.
So are you just scared? Like you're scared to tell him like, hey, I might be moving to your area?
I mean, I kind of felt like, hey, this could be fate because this has never happened. I mean, I didn't want to seem crazy.
Yeah, it does
Yeah,
seem
like
fast.
I'm moving in next door now.
After one day.
Right?
Yeah, but like not talking to him, that's crazy. Like, how is it going to be fate if you just don't ever talk to him again?
Okay, well, there's this other situation. So I went out.
Your husband has to move with you? Is that what it is?
Little situation.
No, my God, no, I don't have a husband.
Oh, thank God.
All right.
So my friends, they threw me a party and for my going away party.
Yeah.
And it got so crazy.
Okay.
And I feel so horrible about this. But I hooked up with another guy that night.
Oh, okay.
But
So hold up. The moving thing is for sure, because you said it was a possibility. So you are actually going to be moving closer to Drez.
Yes, I want to. I feel horrible about what happened.
Okay.
And so, honestly, I haven't spoken to either of them.
All right, so you feel guilty for hooking up with another dude.
It makes me feel so horrible because I know how I felt about Drez, and I know the weekend we had was like more than a freaking first time meetup.
Yeah, I heard you guys slept in the same bed.
I mean,
Well, yes, we slept.
but Drez even said you guys didn't have a relationship defining talk. You didn't set boundaries for each other because it was, I mean, yeah, it was a big weekend, but it still was your first date.
Yeah, well, that's true. And the truth is, I really do care about him. And that it was more to me than a first date. I mean, who spends the whole weekend together on a first date?
Right.
Yeah.
And we just such a great connection. So, yeah.
And maybe you needed that hookup with that other dude to affirm everything you're feeling about Drez.
I think it was just a wild night.
Yeah. And who knows? You don't even know that much about Drez. He might like that sort of thing. I have no idea.
Oh, my goodness, no.
We should probably ask him because he's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
I'm sorry?
Drez is actually on the other line listening.
He
And he wants to talk to you.
Oh, my God.
So he knows everything now. Drez, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, man.
Oh, what up, man?
How are you feeling?
I gotta say, I'm really disappointed. I mean, I thought we had this cosmic connection, and I haven't been able to think of anybody else. So I'm blown, man.
I haven't even been able to think about anything else but you, to be honest. Like, I'm just so sorry. I've just been so conflicted. I've been going through that and thinking about what happened and feeling horrible about that and thinking about you and moving my job, wanting to get closer to you because I totally enjoyed our weekend as well. Like, I am so sorry. Please forgive me.
I mean, if we hadn't been so far apart and we had, established boundaries or something, then I could be more upset. But, we didn't draw that line. We didn't say, okay, now we're an item.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I would like to know what's the deal with you and this other guy? Is there some kind of future in that? Are you still seeing him?
Absolutely not.
You're sure about
Absolutely not. I'm certain of that.
So, like, was he better than me?
Oh, that is not a question you should ever ask.
No, of course not. Nope, never.
I am excited about the thought of you being closer to me because, I mean, I was ready to risk it all. I got to be honest. Like, if there was a situation where it was a distance, I would have come down there. I mean, I really felt like we had this just one-in-a-lifetime shot going, and whatever I had to do, I was going to do it.
Oh, man, that's so sweet.
Dude, now that is intense. You were worried about freaking him out, Sierra.
Yeah.
The feeling is so mutual.
Oh, best feeling ever. I'm jealous.
I love you too.
Yeah, I'm a little bummed out about the situation, but you're going to use your one get-out-of-jail-free card on this one.
All right. Well, then, Sierra, would you like to go on a second date with Drez? We'll pay for it. Not a plane ticket. Like,
Yeah.
we'll give you a gift card to go somewhere to eat, but he has to get to you or you have to get to him first.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You guys would do that for us?
Yeah. And we do it for everybody on the second date update. So.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
But yes, we will. We will do that.
Well, I did promise him that I'd be there the next time we had our date, so I'll be there.
Oh, my God. When are you moving here?
Well, my job moves within the next 2 weeks, actually, so sooner than I thought.
Oh, this
Well, there you go.
I'm
Drez,
so
you got a
excited.
second date.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. I got to be honest. I'm really relieved. This is a big surprise.
So happy for you.
And look at you guys are already creating a great foundation of communication and understanding and forgiveness.
Yes.
Hey, Drez.
Yeah.
Is this where we tell her that we slept together last week?
Oh, my God.
Man, Jubal, shut up, man. Don't tell her anything.
Yeah, sorry to break the news to you, Sierra. Congratulations, you two. Keep in touch with us and let us know how everything goes, all right?
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Brooke and
We get emails for second dates all the time from listeners who have some really interesting names or other emails from listeners who just flat out misspelled their own name.
Wait, their own name?
Yeah.
That makes sense. That's our caliber of where we're at.
I mean, let's be honest, that's our audience.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm curious which one it is today because the guy who wrote us signed it JSTN.
There's no
Justin.
STN.
Is it?
Is it like cool to write your name now without any vowels?
I don't know.
Are we taking vowels out of that too?
Let's find out. He's on the phone right now. Is it Justin?
It's Justin, but it is spelled JSTN. Okay.
Okay, it is Justin.
Wait, that's
did
the
you say?
correct
Hold up.
spelling?
You said all caps too?
Yeah, it's all caps.
Okay. Why is there no vowels in your name?
Because, when you see it on a piece of paper, like, there are a million Justins in the world, but there aren't a lot of Justins without any vowels. Like, it immediately catches the eye.
It does.
There's probably none,
There's a
actually.
reason why there's not a lot of people with this because it doesn't make any sense.
I just feel like you're one of those people that like it's my personal brand, and I
Yeah.
really need to brand myself.
It sounds like a
Stand out and
handle.
proud.
It sounds like a handle, not a
Exactly.
name.
Well, are you like a rapper?
No, I'm actually kind of an influencer.
TikTok.
All right, there was. It is a personal brand type of
Okay.
thing. Okay.
So Justin without the vowels. Tell us about the girl that you want us to call today. What's her name?
Her name is Casey. She does have vowels in her name.
Oh, that's too
Oh,
bad.
okay.
Because with you could just do K and C, and it would actually make a
Oh,
lot more
yeah.
sense
Yeah, it
than
would.
Justin.
It would have to be like K-CEE.
Yeah,
or
I don't.
Instagram, like, influencer.
So how did you meet Casey?
Well, she left a comment on one of my TikToks, and we kind of chatted in the comment section for a while, and then I moved it over to DMs, and we exchanged information, and then we talked on the phone, and that went well.
That's pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah.
that you guys live in the same area, even,
Yeah.
right? Because
Yeah.
with TikTok, she could have been from anywhere in the world.
And I hate to go back, but just to be clear, what's TikTok?
Oh, come on, Jeff.
Jeffrey, we do TikToks.
Well, not all of our listeners do.
Okay, you're right.
I'm
TikTok is a social media app where you can
I'm not-
create
It's not even
create
worth explaining.
Oh,
videos.
sorry. So what was the TikTok video that she commented on?
There's a bit of a hash trend about self-love coming into Valentine's Day, so I surprised myself with flowers, and I filled my entire apartment.
A video of you doing self-love?
That's trending?
Listen to him.
I'm
That
listening.
Was cute. He filled his apartment full of flowers.
But for me.
Okay,
Yeah.
when you said a video of me doing self-love, my mind went all sorts of places.
I thought the same thing. I'm like, I got banned from TikTok for doing that video.
That is not TikTok. That is OnlyFans. So
Oh,
you're thinking
okay.
of different situations here.
So she commented on your video, and then what happened?
Well, we talked on the phone a bit, and she's also an influencer a bit, or she wants to be. I said, well, I could give you some tips. You know, it's kind of like a half-work date. So we went to this really cool restaurant that a couple of my influencer friends recommended. It's really unique because it's this outdoor fire pit thing. So they have this, like, 50-foot outdoor fire pit, and they cook on the thing, kind of like a Benihana.
Oh, yeah. I've seen those.
Yeah, no, the restaurant sounds great, but you haven't mentioned anything about Casey. What did she think? What was she like?
She's super cool. She's tiny. She's kind of like Maisie from Game of Thrones. She's a little bit tomboyish, but really cute. And her hair was actually shorter than in her pictures, so I was a bit surprised, but still, it didn't change anything. She was really cool.
Well, I mean, some people can really pull that off, though. I like that look.
The description I wouldn't want to be described like that, but okay. I don't know.
Described like what?
Yeah. Different than my photos and shorter hair.
Ew.
Yeah, people cut their hair short.
Shorter hair than my
Alexis. I'm just
pictures. How will I ever
saying,
recover? So just
Doesn't sound like your stereotypical TikToker. That's what I think Alexis may be saying. I don't know.
But Justin was attracted to her no matter what. So that's the important part, right, Justin?
Yeah, for sure.
Here's the thing, Justin. I mean, you guys obviously are really into TikTok and being influencers, which is cool. Is there any way she would have mistaken this as like a professional hangout and not a date?
We kind of got right into the nuts and bolts, like the behind-the-scenes stuff of how you maximize followers and...
Algorithms.
Yeah, the algorithm, exactly.
This is romantic?
Yeah.
You're saying?
It could
be. It was a context thing. You gotta, like, I don't know, you had to be.
I guess if you're on the same page.
I don't know. I've looked at your guys' social media, and, like, you could use a little help. But for, like, the people who really do this day in, day out, like, it's a different language.
Okay.
Lifestyle.
Okay.
Yeah. If you know, you know.
I
Right,
get
Brooke?
it. I get it.
So did anything weird happen during the night?
I don't know. There was this one kind of awkward moment, and I wouldn't say I was 100% to blame because, I don't know, my friends kind of pranked me.
Your friends pranked you during the date?
One of my friends is kind of climbing. He told me that if you go to this restaurant and you say to the waiter, I have over 100,000 followers and I'd be happy to post about the restaurant, then he'll kick a couple of things off the bill. So I tried that, and the waiter had no idea what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Pretty embarrassing.
I think it's getting like more diluted, that excuse for servers. Like, oh, I have 1 million followers on blah, blah, blah.
I just think it sounds so pretentious.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have done it if my friends hadn't told me it was like a sure bet.
Oh, that's true. It's not like you did it on your own.
So you got shot down in front of your date.
But
for...
maybe she didn't like that.
What was her reaction to that?
She kind of rolled her eyes, but, you know, when the waiter left, we called him a noob, and, you know, we got back on track. It wasn't like a...
Oh, she rolled her eyes at the waiter.
Wow.
I thought she was going to roll her eyes at you.
This whole situation.
No, it was the waiter.
Okay.
Okay. Well.
Okay, that's what we think.
Maybe there's some hope
God.
here after all. So we'll play a song, we'll come back, we'll call Casey for you, and we'll try and get you your second date. All right, Justin?
That's right.
Justin?
It's Justin. It's still Justin.
Okay.
Okay.
BRB, bro. Just tuning in for the second date, we have a social media influencer named Justin on the phone.
It's Justin. It just doesn't look
Yeah.
like Justin.
It's a lot.
It is. It's Justin with no vowels. I don't know why I want to add like 4 N's to the name as soon as I... Justin. I don't know.
It's just when I legally changed it.
Wait, you legally changed it, Justin?
Yeah, because it's like one thing to have a handle, but now I can copyright that name because
Oh.
it's literally my name.
You're the real thing.
Fully committed.
Oh, okay. So, Justin, would you be available after this for some free social media advice for us? Because it sounds like you weren't impressed with any of our accounts.
That's right.
I mean, I could give you some pointers, sure.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
So you go into the @Brooke and Jeffrey accounts and you don't like the work.
Yeah. Well, maybe this will be better after we get a little bit of tips from a pro. But
Fine, I'm not going into this bitter at all.
anyway, back to the second date. Justin met a girl named Casey after she commented on one of his TikTok videos. They went out to a nice restaurant. There was a little bit of an awkward moment when Justin tried to get their meal comped by mentioning that he's an influencer with many, many followers. But the server just gave him a little bit of a weird look and nothing came of it.
Oh my God. It's like the worst feeling too, Justin. I have tried like twice in my life to just cut a line to get in front of the line, like waiting to get into a club or something. And my friends are like, do it, Brooke. They'll know you. Do it. I'm like, okay, I'll do it. And then you go up and you're like,
Yeah, it doesn't feel right.
It feels so bad.
It feels great when someone knows you without you mentioning it.
Yeah.
But when you force it,
it feels so bad.
So after that, Casey has not been responding to Justin. Now, Justin, we never asked, has your Instagram game been subpar after the date too? Because maybe that's why she lost interest.
No, actually, I posted a picture of us together on Instagram. It was like kind of a gift to her. That's like a bump because I have more followers than her. And she hasn't posted anything.
But maybe that makes you seem needy.
And listen, when you're an influencer, posting someone is a bigger deal than normal.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think maybe she's just using you, Justin.
Yeah, but then why didn't she post? See, that's why I'm confused.
Okay.
She's a terrible influencer.
All right. Well, let's get to the bottom of this the old-fashioned way by giving her a call and just asking her straight up.
Oh my
All
God.
right?
Talking to TikToker.
Is
No
another...
DMs.
Do a Vine?
No, we're just going to call.
Dude, she's not going to answer.
Let's find out. Here we go. I'm going to dial her number right now.
Hello.
Hi, I'm looking for Casey.
Yeah, this is her.
Oh,
whoa.
Casey, you answered. Hi.
Who is this?
My name's Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. We're really hoping that we could talk to you today.
What is this about?
This is about your dating life.
I know you were hoping for an interview about your social media, influence, but that's not what this is.
Okay, so what?
We're doing something called a second date. That's where if you go out with someone and afterwards, if they're not calling you back, you can email our show and we'll call your date for you to try and figure out the reason why they've ghosted. And recently, you went out to a restaurant with a guy named Justin. Maybe you know him as Justin?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Did that feel like a date?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I mean, it was kind of like we were just getting to know each other and talk about some business stuff also, but I don't know. Was it a date?
Yeah. No, he thought it was a date.
I mean, yeah.
I just thought that maybe you weren't calling him back because you thought of it as like a professional relationship or something.
I mean, he didn't make any moves, so I guess could go either way.
Yeah. Because here's the deal. Justin told us all about how the two of you met and how you guys went out to dinner. And he also mentioned a little bit of an awkward moment that happened towards the end of the meal when he tried to get things comped by mentioning that he's a social media influencer.
Oh, yeah. I mean, honestly, I felt like the waiter was just trying to make him look bad.
Oh, really?
Okay.
What? Okay, so you're on his side on that one.
He felt like that was the moment where maybe things turned for him.
No, actually, there was another thing that happened before that even.
Okay.
That he did?
Probably the algorithm talk.
Alexis was not into that one.
Turned me off.
It was math.
Yeah, exactly.
But would you be willing to tell us what that moment was? Because Justin has no idea. He thinks everything went really well up to that moment when he was paying for the meal.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Before our food came even, I went to go use the restroom, and when I was coming back to the table, I saw him switch our plates.
What?
Like, we ordered the same thing, and he swapped the plates.
But you ordered the same thing?
Had you guys already eaten off the plates?
No, like, they just brought the plates, and then I saw him switching them.
Oh, so as you walk up, you saw him.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Why would he do that?
That's what I'm wondering. I mean, he went to wash his hands before eating, and I swapped him back just in case because that was super weird to me.
Well, maybe he was being nice.
When he
I would have immediately thought that he was trying to poison me.
No, maybe he was.
I don't know.
He
I don't
just had a
know.
little more food on it.
What do you think? Why do you think he did that?
I don't know. Maybe he just thought one looked like it had more food or looked tasty or less fatty or something. I don't know.
That sounds realistic.
Okay.
Okay.
More food,
And
I
that
want
gave
it.
you enough of a reason to not want to talk to him anymore.
It was just weird, and
Yeah.
I didn't know how to ask about it. It was
Well, I know the perfect way to ask. You can do it right now because I need to let you know that Justin's been on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Justin, you there?
Hold up. You're sure you switched our plates back?
Whoa, what?
What?
is that kind of question?
Yeah, why are you asking
I
that?
don't like that.
You poison her,
Oh,
bro?
man. Oh, this is embarrassing. I was doing you a favor because, man, I can't believe you switched them back.
What is going
Oh my God.
I'm scared.
Dude, you're freaking us out.
No, you're freaking Casey out. She's the one that ate the damn meal.
I'm scared
No.
too.
Yeah, I'm also
Tell me
scared.
right now what this is about.
Okay, let me explain. So I was doing you a favor because when they put the plates down, right, I noticed that you were facing toward the bonfire. And so you had gone to the bathroom, and I thought, oh, this is totally gram-worthy. Like, you get the plate in the foreground and the fire in the background. So I moved around to your plate, and I was snapping some pics, and then I sneezed. And I didn't want you to be weirded out by, like, me having to tell you when you sat back down, so I tried to switch them, and I didn't know that you saw me switch them.
Oh my God.
You sneezed on her plate of food?
Oh.
Yeah, but I switched them.
No, but then
I
she swung back and
know.
she
But it wasn't
ate
his
it.
fault. I see what you're saying. Like, I understand even that picture that you could see.
So when you swapped them back,
Oh,
Casey
my
ended
God.
up eating the sneeze plate.
Oh.
We ordered the exact same thing, guys. Like, she wouldn't have known.
That's why it was so weird. Oh my God.
You should have asked, Casey. I mean, that's
Casey.
actually like, he was trying to look out for you.
Oh my God. I'm a little bit disturbed, but it's actually kind of hilarious.
Is it?
I haven't gotten sick yet or anything, so I think it's probably okay.
Okay,
Oh my
there you go.
God.
That is a good attitude.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I don't know.
Is that worse or better than what you expected his reasoning was?
I mean, it's better than drugs or poison. Like,
I mean, yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Natural.
Just depends on the drug.
Depends on the
what you're
drug
saying?
that's in your food. But anyway, I don't know what the algorithms are for how this would turn into a successful second date, but let's just give it a shot.
Gross.
Casey, would you like to go out with Justin with no vowels one more time? We will pay for it. A sneeze-free, minus the mucus meal.
Oh, did you really need to say that?
I feel like I did need to say that.
No, is guaranteed.
if the sneeze free is guaranteed, then yes, I'll go out with him again.
All right.
All right.
It's like the cutest, grossest one we've ever done.
Justin, can you hold to that? Can you not sneeze for an entire date?
Awesome, I totally can.
Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
I am so sorry. That was a total accident.
Swap mics with
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Let's switch mics. Me and Jose.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
That's your second date. How come it's so quiet on this
It's
one?
because I'm
it
so
was-
loud.
Oh, okay.